All right, WrestleMania night one done over with that whole thing, and instead of I guess really reviewing or recapping and stuff like that, nobody got time for all that necessarily. I mean, I might be doing a little bit, but basically, I just want to go through my points of night one and the things that stuck out, things I like, blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying. So Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. One, I like the whole thing of Becky coming out with the book and the quotes and all that other stuff. I like Rhea and her little demon guy that basically was out there singing their song. I was like, I thought their outfits and their stuff was really good, and the match itself was really good as well too. I thought it was a different match where she basically just Becky, basically try hard, give it her all, and Rhea basically just overpowered her. So I was like, cool, fine. I was like, it was a good match. You could I like that Rhea has like a different style depending on who she faces. Where it's Nia Jax, somebody bigger, so she sort of used more aerial moves and quickness. Where with Becky, since she's bigger than Becky, she just sort of just overpowers her a lot of that times and is able to endure a lot more. Um, some other things from night one. Lil Wayne wasn't needed at all with the Jay and Jimmy Uso match, which really didn't deliver at all. The video package for it was great, but the match itself was just kind of there. I wish somebody like Rikishi or something like that would have popped up or something like that. But I thought at least like Lil Wayne was going, he ain't do a new song. I thought maybe he was going to rap over with Jay Uso beat. No. I also thought that I felt like Jimmy should have won, to be honest. I thought it would have went with the Bloodline winning in the end of night one. That I would have been a bit good with Jimmy winning, even though Jay, main event, first solo run, no pun intended, that I get giving him the win, to be honest. Also, I thought Becky would beat Rhea just because, while Becky, who also kudos on the strep throat and all the other stuff facing out, and basically I would have gave her the win if she's gonna take a vacation and go away for a while, then cool, that's straight. But I was thinking that also Dom losing, that maybe Bloodline will be losing as well. I mean, not Bloodline, Judgment Day, but I thought there was interesting stuff you could do while still having like Rhea coming after Becky, but Becky also having her turn with also the newer people as well too. How the draft is coming up and all the other stuff. So maybe it makes sense to give. Because I thought Rhea sort of got the Roman problem of like who does she face when she done obliterated everybody. But neither here nor there. What else? I thought the ladder match was really fun. It had a lot of really good spots. Clunky in a lot of ways. I thought it was weird with A-Town Down getting the title, but also Grayson Waller just gone after that. But one, I liked the fact that it had two different titles on different sides. I thought that was great. And also that at the beginning of the match, they basically had people trying to either position themselves or trying to grab both, or or they're trying to get both of them at the same time, and then eventually just being like, I'm gonna just take one. R-Truth was basically masterclass of being hilarious at looking for an open tag and stuff. The ladder spots of like Gargano with the DDT to the outside and JD falling, which you could tell like they were being precautious. Even though there's two tables there, they were still just being like, yo, we can at least get one. That's fine. The ladder broke and the ref tried to tell Damien, but they still try to go up it, which I mean is cool. But then you seen when he tried to do the chokeslam, they just fell off or whatever. But good look on that. Let's see. Shout out to the crowd, because I thought they were fine. A lot of people didn't, but I basically just chalked that up that it was hella cold. I was like, when you're hella cold, guess what you sort of doing? You're trying to reserve all your damn heat and your energy. That's sort of what you do, even if you don't mean to. And I was like, you could still hear them, to be honest, but it just wasn't as roaring loud or nothing like that. So I think that was sort of a thing. Cause I was like, I've been in like that type of weather before, and I was like, that's really the fun. You're really not doing, like, if you're not like the athletes, one thing, what they're constantly moving, but you just sitting in your seats. I was like, you don't have all the same type of get up and go about yourself that you would have under normal circumstances. Um, I thought damage control and the big three of Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. I like both of their entrances. I like how they all came out. I like the outfits on all of them. The Kodakai, I think, had probably probably the best one for my liking. But I also did like Naomi's as well too. I was like, Jade just looked like a damn $1,000,000. I was like, not to take away from Bianca, because I was like, she's always a staple, always good with everything that she got. I was like, but this was really Jay moments. The only thing I would say about their entrances is that I wish Jay got her own, seeing how cool that was on SmackDown. But their platform thing, I was like, I thought they were gonna shoot a music video. That thing, how that thing lit and stuff like that, like actually like lit, like LIT, not lit like you youngins. The Dominic, Santo Escobar, Andrade, Ray match was really good. I thought it was a really good showing for Andrade, especially than what he's had recently in the last couple of matches too. It felt like that's where I was like, oh, I could hear the crowd singing like they're more in Andrade there. The whole spot fest with each team, I thought that was cool and fun as well too. One, Dom should have got the win, because I was like, at this point, it's like. And also, the Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson thing was whack. It's not that I don't mind celebrities, athletes, whatever you want to say, especially the hometown people. I mean, the home team people. That's fine. That's cool. I don't understand it from why did they. Well, I was like, they're good guys, so I understand them helping with the good guys. But I'm like, I felt like you should have put this in a different part of the story. Like, I'm like, Ray's team, which basically has more members than the other team, with Andrade, Ray, the tag team dudes, Carlito, versus Escobar, Dom, and the Humberto and Angel. So they already have the extra hands. Two, I was like, since it wasn't overwhelming anyway, it's sort of weird for the faces to need help in a way that sort of is cheating, in a way that, like, it's just weird. It just wasn't needed. If it was, I was like, you could have put it somewhere else. I don't necessarily know where. I was like, maybe you saved them for like another thing, like like the bloodline stuff or something like that. But I don't know. I just feel like that. I just feel like they were out of place here, or like I said, if LWO lost more members and they needed an extra help, something like that. I was like, we knew Cargill and all them was gonna win. I was like, Bianca got a streak and Cargill not gonna lose her first match. I was like, awesome Truth. I was like, R-Truth getting a title championship win at WrestleMania. That's awesome. He's been doing a lot of good work since he's been coming back. So I was like, he hella deserves it. And he's hella over at the same time too. And plus, I was like, outside maybe DIY, I don't see anybody else that should have won that at all. The Gunther Sammy match, good match. A lot of stuff didn't make sense. Like, the whole thing has been about how Gunther has made their kids cry. Sammy leaves his son in the back. Why? I was like, that sort of defeats the purpose of what you were trying to do. I was like, now we don't see the kid cheer or cry if we didn't, like, whatever the match was going to end like. That was the whole point you doing it. The wife thing was really not the motive of it. And one, I'm like, okay, the wife out here, who watching the damn kid? But okay, maybe Kevin Owens. But also, then she's out there, and I'm like, she's she's giving a little rah to Sammy. Gunther playing, doing the whole thing, going at her. I was like, this sort of different for a Gunther character, but it still worked with Gunther character. He was basically beating Sammy's ass pretty much 93% of the match. And then Sammy started hulking up and basically a brainbuster DDT, well, haluva kick, brainbuster DDT, two haluva kicks, and it's over just like that. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I thought it was a little lackluster, even though I liked the match. I just don't think Sammy needs the title. There's no reason for Sammy to have it. I was like, this is his fourth Intercontinental Championship, so he's a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. I was like, I guess maybe if you're telling the story that he just beats people's reigns, cool, but he didn't need it. He didn't need elevation. His story 2 months ago was him trying to get a world championship. Think about it, from Roman trying to get it, I was like, to Seth, I was like, to having to fight Drew several times to beat Seth. I was like, then also I seen like Bronson Reed was like, I beat him twice, and I was like, that's a fairly good point. I don't really think the story was there to really do it. I just thought that he had the most momentum out of everyone that was left really on the roster. Think about it. Shinsuke Nakamura basically lost all the time. So, and Sami Zayn was too. He was losing for the longest time until he sort of pretty much was going up into that tournament. It just wasn't needed. I was like, that's just not. I wouldn't mind the streak ending if it was just somebody else. Could have been anybody else. Whatever. I would have liked it. It would have been Dom. That would have been cool with me. Anyway, The Rock, Roman, Seth, Cody, tag team match. I thought was a slow burn, but then once it got going, really great. One, The Rock can still work his ass off. Now I'm not saying that he should do a singles match here anytime soon, or do like a 20-minute match, nothing like that, where it's just him. There was like how we did with Cargill and and some of the other ones. It's really good is to put him in a tag match where he doesn't have to be overexposed. That's really more what it is. I know how that sometimes can sound, but basically him tagging in with Roman, he get his legs underneath him until he, as you could sort of see, till he got a second win and he was going along with things. It doesn't overdo him, because I do think how you sort of seen him selling stuff and stuff like that. It is really great, but I think that because of the era where he was wrestling, the selling is a little bit too over the top sometimes. Whereas like this generation doesn't sell, except for like a few people. So I thought give Rock all the praise for how he handled that one. Seth basically getting his body broke down. Cody for selling the ending and being in that same spot. Even Seth for selling the losing. I was like, Rock over here talking to the ref and being all blatant and foul about stuff, like we all fire you and stuff. Now I was like, that work was great. I was like, Roman, I was like, selling, getting stomped in the face the front way. Rock for getting speared and just being like, he got torn in half. I was like, the rock bottom that he took on the announcer's table. I was like, this tag team match was great at the end of it. It was a great tag team match. Everybody did everything, and I was like, in the Rock beat. I was like, pin Cody, best way to do it. Great, good, I love it. Yeah, no, I was like, night one I thought was really good. I was like, I seen people being like, oh, mid, or it was okay, it was underwhelming, and I was like, I mean, like the Uso match that I really sort of was in half watched and half not. Everything else pretty much hit as far as like either the way they won, the kind of like it's WrestleMania, so the over the topness was even like, I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'm good with that over the topness. So I said like the Jason Kelsey stuff. Yeah, no, I was like, everything was fine or justified in whatever it was also doing at the same time. I thought everybody hit their beat points. Anyway, that's just the thing I take away from night one, more than like a full-on recap review in itself. But anyway, yeah, appreciate it. I was like, stay tuned, more video.